Communication needs to exist, provision needs to exist, protection needs to exist, and there needs to be emotional support for each other. There needs to be mental support for each other, right? There needs to be physical support for each other in various ways, presence, as well as intimacy. Greetings and welcome. So what are the two main marital systems, and what system is the best system? What system works for you? Or what is the best relationship system? Which system works best? Okay, so I'm going to break down both systems. So this comes from studying the foundations of life, my observation of life, my own experience in life. I'm going to discuss both systems, and you can tell me which system is the best system, which system you think would work best for you, or which system is currently working best for you. You can also let me know what are the things that you have learned after I complete telling you about the two systems. What changes you think you need to make in your system in order for it to work efficiently. So let's go. So we have been on earth for years, and over the years there are two systems that are most popular. So from olden days, our traditional days, to modern day. So which two systems stand out today? Which system stand out the most today? And which system would be best? Which system is best to go back to? Which system is best to use? Which system is best to turn to? All right, so there is the system that has existed from in Bible days, in the foundation. That is a system where the man or the man is head. And what does it mean for the man to be head? For the man to be head, it means that the man bears the role or carries the role of main protector, and he also carries the role of main provider. Provider in this sense means that he's the one that goes out and works, hustles, sweat in order to make money, in order to buy food for himself, for his family, for his children. So he is main provider. So he takes care of his wife, he takes care of his son, he takes care of his daughter as main provider. So he's responsible for the needs of himself, and he's responsible for the need of his wife, is responsible for the needs of his children. So he's responsible for getting money to buy food, getting money to buy clothes, getting money for shelter, to make a house or rent a house. And the man bears that role as head. So today, in this modern day, it would mean that that man will be responsible for taking care of the needs, taking care of most of the bills. In this day, we would say that he goes out to do 9 to 5, and he has the role to take care of his family. In this type of system, the man goes out to work, and the woman is responsible for the maintenance and the upkeep of the house. So she is the keeper of the house. So the man goes out to work, and the woman ensures that the house is maintained, ensures that the kids are taken care of. So what would that look like in modern day? So in modern day, the woman would ensure that food is the food that the man works the money to buy. She would ensure that that food is prepared, because she is at home full time. She would ensure that the kids are fed. She would ensure that the kids are prepared for school. So the man gets the money to buy the clothes. She ensures that the clothes is washed and the clothes is prepared for the kids to go to school. That's the traditional system, where the man takes up the role of head, main provider. So the woman still has some role in providing, but providing in the sense that she ensures that the meal that is bought, or the food that is bought, is cooked. So in Bible days, men used to go out, till the soil, grow farm products, sell those products, make money, or they would rear animals, sell those animals, kill those animals, the family gets to eat. So in this type of system, what the woman provides is support. The woman provides help where the man needs help. Not necessarily that she's going to go out to work. So if he owns a business, she can provide support. She can provide help within that business. So the woman is there to provide help and support. So if the man is the type of man that is an entrepreneur, where he is working in his own type of business, but the man would still do most of the heavy lifting, while the woman does supporting, helping in this type of system. The foundation to this system you can find in the Bible. which I consider as the foundation of most of the things that we need in life. If you want systems, the best systems that probably worked, for me, it comes from the Bible. And the Bible is for everybody. It's not just for Christians. The Bible is for Jews, for Christians, for everybody. From the Bible days, and still being practiced now to some extent, that system was a system that stood out. That system really practiced much today. So a system that stands out a lot today is the balance system, where both the wife and husband, or both the woman and the man, both does 9 to 5. They both go out and work. So this system is a system that I basically would call the balance system. So in this system, the woman is not a housewife, to put it that way, or a house lady. In this system, they are both working. So you can almost call it the 50-50 system. This system requires much communication in order for it to work, because in this type of system, both persons are supposed to be supporting each other so that it can work, so that one person is not burnt out. So in this type of system, communication has to be really, really, really good. The key to both systems really working properly boils down to communication. Communication is the key to relationships working. So in the system where man is main provider and woman is keeper of the house, communication is necessary. But even so much more in a system where the woman is pulling as much weight as the man financially, she is going out to work. She is going out to work, she is going out to make money like the man. So now a discussion needs to take place. Who is going to cook food in the evenings after 5 p.m. when they get home, so they're both doing 9 to 5? Are you going to now have a system where the husband says, I will cook someday, and the woman says, I will cook someday? In this type of system, the man cannot expect that the woman is going to be doing 9 to 5 like him, and she's going to be cooking every day. So a balance needs to be worked out, a discussion needs to be had. This type of system, because both persons are working and are taking in money, one thing that could work well in the system is a helper, a maid that helps with taking care of the house, help with taking care of the kids, getting the kids ready for school, helps with cooking food in the evening. In this type of system, so both the man and the woman would be expected to be contributing in some shape or form to the bills of the house, because both are working. But it has to be a balanced system. So the man cannot expect that the woman is going to be the only one cooking and cleaning the house in this type of system, and she's still going out to do 9 to 5. And this type of system exists a lot modern time, because women wants to be able to pull their own weight, make their own money, so that they can quote unquote take care of themselves, not be fully reliant on a man, don't have a man having too much power over them. A lot of modern day women believes that, okay, I need to make my own money, go out and earn my own money so that I can take care of myself, I can help out. So which one of these systems is the best system, and which one of these systems would you see yourself in right now? Which one of this system would you want to be in right now in this modern time? Do you want to be in the system where the man is sole provider, basically head meaning that he's responsible for protection, for provision of the family, is responsible for most of the bills, while the woman stays home and keeps the house, ensure that meals are provided for kids, for the husband, so breakfast is provided, dinner is provided, maybe even lunch is provided in this system, and the man goes out and work? Or did you prefer the system, the balanced system, where both partners are going out to do 9 to 5, then the husband is required to somehow, whether he's going to buy food some days so that the family can get food to eat, or he's going to cook the food some days as well, just as the woman will cook the food, buy food some days. Are you going to get a helper to help the system to work? Because burnout is something that can happen. So should the woman go out and do 9 to 5 and the man still take care of all the bills? And then she says, okay, I will cook every day, I will cook every evening. It still comes down to communication, but in that system, the woman still risks feeling tired, she still risks feeling frustrated. So even though the man takes care of all the bills in that system and she goes out and work and does what she wants to do with her money, if the man is taking up the mantle of taking care of the most of the bills in that system because he's going out to work and she's going out to work, and he says, all right, I am the man, so I am still responsible for most of the bills. I'm still responsible for taking care of all the bills. You still play your role as a wife, so you go out to work, but you're still expected to cook and clean and take care of the kids because I am taking care of all the bills. She risks feeling too tired in that type of system. So a discussion needs to be had. Do I get a helper? Since I am working as a woman, do I get a helper and pay her to take off some of the heavy lifting off me? Communication is key for this system to work. Communication is key for any of the system to work. Personally, which one of the systems do I prefer? Now, I prefer the system where the man goes out to work, do 9 to 5, while the woman stays home as a full-time housewife. Where the man is responsible for taking care of all the bills, where the man is responsible for protecting the family, protecting the woman, and providing for the family, responsible for taking care of all the bills. He is responsible for taking care of the woman. That's a system that I think would work best. So the Constitution, I believe, should have been centered around the system. Ensure that the men gets enough money so that they can pay rent, they can pay mortgage, they can buy clothes for their family, they can buy food for their family comfortably, right? That's the system that I think probably would have worked better. But at the same time, I think it comes down to communication in any system for it, any system to work. But that's the system that I would prefer, the system where the man is protector and provider. So there are a lot more things that are required to make a relationship work, to make a marriage work. It's not just about bringing in money in the house for the man or for the woman and the man. There's still a lot of other things, of some fundamental things that needs to be in place. As I mentioned before, that communication is key. Communication covers every single thing. Everything is centered around communication. Whether you're talking or you're not talking, whether you need to find solutions for some things, communication covers everything. So yes, while the man is responsible for providing and protecting and ensuring that communication is good, communication needs to exist, provision needs to exist, protection needs to exist, right? And there needs to be emotional support for each other. There needs to be mental support for each other, right? There needs to be physical support for each other in various ways, presence as well as intimacy. So there are some fundamental things that needs to be present, but these are core things that I made mention of. So which system are you in? Which system works best for you? Right? So there are other videos that I am going to do on this topic. I'm just speaking from my head, but the system that I like, the foundation is based in scripture. I can give you a lot of Bible scriptures that backs up the system that I prefer. Trends from the Bible where the men were basically head. Scriptures that says that if a man does not take care of those in his household, he's worse than an infidel. And the fact that it says his, it's most likely referring to a man. When Eve was given to Adam because he was lonely, but also because he needed help. So God basically gave Eve as help. And the scripture specifically used the word help. The same Bible also says that the older women are supposed to teach the younger women how to keep the house. The Bible also speaks about the virtuous wife. So there are many scriptures that I can use to back up the system that I prefer. And the best father that we have ever, and he bears the title of father, and he also bears the title of husbandman, and that's God himself. Jesus speaks about, why do we worry about tomorrow when tomorrow is already worrying for us? Doesn't God already know what we need? And he speaks about us being better than the birds, and if the birds are not fed and if they are not covered. God is the best example of the perfect father, the perfect husband. He's responsible for every creature, living creature in this life, to ensure that our needs are taken care of, and he bears that mantle and title because he bears the title of father, the title of husbandman. He ensures that we have shelter. Every beast of the field, the ants, the birds, especially human beings, God has that responsibility. And that is the best example, and that's the best takeaway that we can take to know what is the role of a man as father and as husband. He bears the title of provider, just as though God is provider. He also has responsibility to love. The Bible says, as Christ loved the church. We're supposed to love our wives as Christ loved the church, also as Christ loved the church. So the role of the man is also to love. And how does the woman respond in return? The woman is supposed to respond in submission. So the man's responsibility is to love, and part of loving is emotional support, mental support, provision, protection, good communication, good physical support. That's part of loving. And once he does these things, the woman is supposed to respond in respect, honoring that man, being humble towards that man, committing towards that man, and all of that is covered in one word, and that word is submission. So the man loves and the woman submits. And the man loves in his actions, how he takes care of his wife, how he's not bitter towards her, how he provides for her, how he ensures all her needs are met, and not just financial needs, her needs of emotional support, where he's listening to her, where he's providing mental support, because women needs motivation, a lot of motivation. He has to carry out these roles, and he has to be understanding, he has to be the stronger one, see her as the weaker vessel, and be there for her. And what is she required to do in return? The only thing that she's required to do in return is to submit, honor, respect, carry out her role as a virtuous wife. Which one of these systems works best for you? Do you agree with what I am saying? Let me know in the comment section below which one of these systems works best for you. If you are watching this channel for the first time or not, I recommend that you hit that subscribe button below and hit that bell so that you can be notified when I release these life-changing videos. All the best, and bye-bye.